This is specimen of sagittal section of head and neck. It shows the cranial cavity, nasal cavity. This is hard palate. This is soft palate. This is uvula, tongue, mandible. Cavity of larynx, epiglottis, and this wide muscular tube is pharynx, which is approx 12 to 14 centimeter in length. It extends from the base of the skull and up to the lower border of cricoid cartilage anteriorly and posteriorly C6 or 6 cervical vertebra. Pharynx divided into 3 parts. The part of pharynx which lies behind the nasal cavity is nasopharynx. It extends from the base of the skull up to the lower border of soft palate. This is the territory of nasopharynx. Nasopharynx transmits only air. In nasopharynx there is an opening. This opening is known as the nasopharyngeal or auditory tube or eustachian tube. Just posterior to it there is a elevation. This is known as tubal elevation. Underneath this tubal elevation, underneath mucosa of this tubal elevation, there is tubal tonsil. Behind the tubal tonsil, there is fossa of Rosenmuller. Fossa of Rosenmuller. And this is the posterior wall of the nasopharynx. Underneath the mucosa of posterior wall of nasopharynx, there is second type of tonsil, that is pharyngeal or nasopharyngeal tonsil. Pathologically, these tonsil may get enlarged, and this condition known as adenoids. There are 2 types of fold present in the nasopharynx. One which extend from the tubal elevation. This is salpingopharyngeal fold. Underneath there is a muscle known as the salpingopharyngeal muscle. And second fold is from the tubal elevation to the soft palate. This is salpingopalatine fold. Underneath there is a levator palati muscle. So this is nasopharynx. Oropharynx, the part of pharynx which lies behind or posterior to oral cavity. It extends from the lower part of the lower border of the soft palate and up to the epiglottis. This is the oropharynx. Oropharynx is the common passage for both air and food. In oropharynx, there are 2 types of fold. One extends from the soft palate to the tongue. This is palatoglossal fold. Underneath there is a palatoglossal muscle. Second fold is this palatopharyngeal fold. Underneath there is a palatopharyngeal muscle. Between these 2 folds, palatoglossal and palatopharyngeal fold, there is a tonsillar fossa. Underneath the mucosa there is a tonsils. And on the posterior part of the tongue there is lingual tonsil. Tonsils are collection of lymphoid follicles. Lingual tonsils. So these 4 tonsils, 2 are present in the nasopharynx, tubal tonsil and nasopharyngeal tonsil, and 2 are in oropharynx, lingual tonsil and these palatine tonsil. These 4 tonsil combinedly form the protective ring around the pharynx, naso or oropharynx. This is known as the Walder's lymphatic ring. The last laryngo or hypopharynx. It extends from the epiglottis up to the lower border of cricoid cartilage, anteriorly and posteriorly C6. This is cavity of larynx. This is inlet of larynx. This is epiglottis. This is aryepiglottic fold. This fold is aryepiglottic fold, which extend from between the epiglottis and arytenoid cartilage. Aryepiglottic fold. Just near to this inlet of larynx, there is a fossa. This fossa is pyriform fossa, also known as smuggler fossa. Pyriform fossa, there is underneath the mucosa of pyriform fossa, there is a course of internal laryngeal nerve which carries sensation from the upper part of the larynx. This is the common site of entrapment of the foreign body. So when ENT surgeon try to remove these foreign body, he should take care to preserve the internal laryngeal nerve, because there is a course of internal laryngeal nerve underneath the mucosa of this pyriform fossa. So this is the clinical importance of pyriform fossa. This is the common site of entrapment of the foreign particle or foreign bodies. And this is common. This is the basis for the food. And after this level, at the lower part of cricoid cartilage, it continues as the esophagus. This is all about the sagittal section of pharynx and parts of sagittal section of head and neck and parts of pharynx. ठीक है, हो गया क्लियर?